The St Helens Theatre Royal is showing again the Alehouse, and it's a fabulous cast, and it is great fun, and it really is a night out and a half. It really is, from the 6th of October, 7th, 8th and 9th and 10th. And it's just, when you want to be entertained, you want to be entertained. But I found one of the actors there, Shaun McGuinness, has got a bit of a story to tell, which we'll talk about in a second. So let's hello Philip. Philip, hi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm well, mate. Now, where are you from?
I'm from Kirby in Liverpool.
So you are one of our lads?
Yes, very much so.
Now, before we talk about the Alehouse and before we talk about this exciting thing that's happening, tell us a little bit about you, why you became an actor, etc.
Yes, well, I'm 27 now, and about when I was about 13, I was always the quiet kid in the class, would never really say boo to a goose. And then I remember my drama teacher just getting me up and saying, right, okay, we're going to do a bit of drama. And I was sitting at the back, and all of a sudden I thought, I can do this. And then this voice come out of nowhere. I don't know where it came from. Nobody in my family are actors or anything like that. And then I've been acting ever since, really. It's completely changed my life around.
Now, it's difficult, isn't it? I know you've done an awful lot of work, but it is a difficult business to be in, isn't it?
It really is. I graduated from Edge Hill University in 2012. And a lot of my actor friends, they've found it really, really tough, just as I have. And I think it's sort of all about networking and trying to work with different groups and sort of put yourself out there as much as you can, really.
Now, it's interesting you say that, Philip. I'll stop you there because I want to ask you about that. That's what it's about. It's not a matter of just having an agent sitting back and waiting for the phone to go. We're living in a different world now, aren't we?
Absolutely. And to be honest, it's quite strange, but I generally find most of my acting work through Facebook and Twitter and social media, because if you create a video or a show reel and put it out there and somebody sees it, then it generates conversations and new groups and things like that. So generally a lot of my own work I tend to get myself, to be honest.
Now, what did your family say when you say, I'm going to be an actor? They go, what, or words to that effect?
Oh, it was totally the opposite. My mum raised me with my nan, and my mum is the most supportive person. She's like my number one fan.
Great.
And she's behind everything that I do. So it wasn't a problem at all. I was actually trained to be a nurse.
Oh, right.
Yes. I didn't really like blood, which was probably not a good choice. But I remember coming home to her and saying, Mum, I want to be an actor. And I was quite emotional about it, really, because I was getting really down doing this remarkable job, and nursing really is. But I thought, I want to be an actor. I feel unfulfilled. And Mum said, right, great, let's make it happen. And since then, she's just ever been behind me ever since.
Now, I presume she's bought tickets for every single night for the Alehouse.
Yes, she's there everywhere I go, everything I do, front row.
Now, did you have to audition for the Alehouse?
I did, yes. It was probably about 6 or 7 weeks ago. It was a strange question. It's something you might talk to me later about, but I'd auditioned for The Godfather, and I walked into the audition for the Alehouse, and my friend who's in it, this play with us, Nick Birkinshaw, introduced me to all of these other actors who all auditioned for The Godfather. So I felt like I knew everybody, but I didn't actually know them by person. So it was me in a room with loads of other actors who I'd auditioned against.
Tell everybody out there what the Alehouse is about.
Oh, it's an absolutely brilliant play. Basically, what it is, it's, as it says, it's an alehouse set in Liverpool or St Helens, and about what you would find in any pub in Liverpool or St Helens. All of these familiar characters. You've got someone who's a little bit, played by Philip Olivier, who's amazing, by the way. Sort of like a Del Boy, like a wheeler dealer. He's always on the mobile, got something going on. Then you've got the amazing Lindsay Jemaine, who's the landlady. You've got Benny Foley, who plays like an Aunt Mary. And she's the older lady in a wheelchair, but then all sorts happens with her. Just this incredible cast, and basically what happens on one night in the alehouse.
Simple as that, but very funny. A very funny script.
Very, very, very funny. And I'm not just saying that because I'm in it. I played a mainly straight character in it. Sort of what you see is what you get, and everything happens around him, and it's just chaos. And these actors are making me laugh, so I'm trying to be serious. And you've got all of these wonderful actors making me laugh constantly, so it's brilliant.
It is a bit, Philip, a bit of something else, the cast. It's something really special for St Helens.
Oh, it really is. Do you know, it's strange because when I was younger, I was growing up watching all of these actors. And now for me to be acting in the room with them, it's like you sort of have to pinch yourself and think, is this real? Should I be here? So they're an incredible cast. They really, really are.
Right. You just threw a word in before, which I just sort of sat back and went, oh, you mentioned Audition Godfather? Now, please, what is that about?
Yes, what it is the Static Gallery and Paul Sullivan in Liverpool, which is a brilliant place. You should really check it out for any listeners who haven't checked it out yet. He brought Gianni Russo over, who played Carlo in the original Godfather. He does like a Rat Pack sort of Frank Sinatra show. And he brought them over to Liverpool, and I think it was the second or third year he brought them over. And he wanted to recreate the Godfather scene, settling all family business, because he wants to analyse all the different components in the film. So then they created auditions to play Michael Corleone, which is the character played by Al Pacino. And I was really successful, and I auditioned for it. What was really weird was as I was walking to audition, I got out of Central Station, and I'm dressed like, the full Al Pacino, get up, my hair slicked back. And I could just hear this tune, and I'm thinking, I know that tune, where's that coming from? And it was actually some guy on the violin playing the main Godfather theme.
No.
So honest to God, no word of a lie. I'm walking down the road, dressed like, Michael Corleone, with this playing in the background. I thought, that's a sign that I'm going to get this part. And I did. I come back to give the guy some money because I had no money on me, and hence the audition said, I'm going to come back and give him some money. 10 minutes later after the audition, he was gone. And I haven't seen him since. No word of a lie.
Isn't that weird, though?
Really, really weird.
And tell me what you had to do for the audition.
Oh, we were given the script, but I hadn't seen The Godfather before, so I was quickly sort of watching it the night before. No, shameful that, but I haven't seen it. And we had a load of different brilliant actors in, like Joe Shipman, to act opposite me. And we just recreated that scene. Had 2 takes at it, and then that was it. And then I think it was the weekend after, so it was sort of really a nervous wait.
And what happened with the nervous wait?
Eventually, I got the phone call on the Sunday night. It was about 11 o'clock to say that I'd got the part. And I couldn't believe it, to be honest. I thought, oh no, this is a bit of a wind-up, really. And then the panic started, thinking, I need to try and be like Al Pacino a little bit.
So tell me what's going to happen with it. Do we know?
Yes, what it's going to be part of an art exhibition. I think it's going to be shown in March next year. I'm not sure whether it's going to be Manchester or Liverpool yet. But hopefully they might be able to bring Gianni back over to open it. And it's going to be sort of analysing all the different parts of the film. So it'll have the finished film, it'll have my audition, it'll have lots of different actors' auditions for it as well. And it'll be, I think Paul's going to give a talk about how he deconstructed the film and everything. So it's exciting. It should be really good.
It's amazing, and I'm a great film buff. I love movies. I couldn't imagine life without movies. The trilogy of The Godfathers is the one few films that I watch over and over again. I don't actually like going back and seeing it again, but I know everything about it, and it was a remarkable piece of history that was made. And I spent some time with Al Pacino a couple of months ago.
Wow.
Which was a bit of an experience, to say the least.
Wow. What? And he's absolutely one of the acting heroes of mine. And you look at his work and you think, wow, if I could achieve a fraction of that.
No, that's really interesting. I always ask this of every single actor or singer or anybody that comes on this program. I always ask this because this is really important. What advice would you give anybody that wants to be an actor or an actress? You were going to be a nurse, and then this passion came around. Tell us.
I think the biggest piece of advice that I could give is that if you're doing what makes you happy, I think I would always follow that. I think you have to be sensible and you have to always try and make good choices, but if it makes you happy, follow it. Life is far too short, and take every opportunity. If you think you can't do something, take it and learn how to do it. And I remember Richard Branson saying that, and I thought, I like that idea. So work hard and take your opportunities and enjoy it.
Simple as that. And the Alehouse is on for 4 days, is it? 4 or 5?
It's 5. It's from the 6th of October till the 10th. that 5 days, 4 days?
That's right, with the Saturday. So
That's
Tuesday,
it. And it's a
Wednesday, Thursday,
matinee.
Friday, Saturday, and a matinee.
And a
yes.
matinee, yes, on the Saturday.
And tell us again about your part. What do you play in it?
I play Robbo, and essentially this character is well respected in amongst the groups, but a lot of different things happen around him that sort of lead him into falling in the hole and being a bit of a laughing stock, really.
I'm a fan of Lindsay Jemaine, great fan of Philip Olivia, who I had on the show recently, and also Lindsay. It's just a fabulous cast, isn't it?
It really, I can't stress that enough, because I'm acting, amongst this cast, and I'm thinking, how lucky am I? You've got Jake Abrams, and think, look at what he's done, Jake Abraham. His CV is incredible. So it really is a very, very talented cast, and particularly today, the script has really come alive today as well. Since
you've been acting, is there any bad times when you thought, I've got to give up because it's getting me down?
I think the first year that I left university, I was decided, right, I'm going to be an actor. I had quite a quiet period, but I loved teaching at the same time as acting, so I did my PGCE. And then on the last day of my PGCE, on Friday, I started an acting job on the Monday. So it was literally since that day, I had probably about 6 months before the PGCE, but since then I've been working pretty much full time, which has been an incredible. It's sort of one of those moments where you pinch yourself, really, thinking you do what you love.
Philip, we've got to touch on this while we're talking. I'm talking to Philip Shaun McGuinness, who is in the Alehouse. I've got to ask this question, and please explain it to people if you can. Well, you're an actor, so you can. Rejection and how you deal with it.
Yes, I think that's a really tough one, actually, because while I was rehearsing for this play, I did get a call from my agent saying, there's a big drama looking at you, but you need to be available for the next 3 weeks. And obviously, while I'm here, I couldn't do it. So in a sense, there's a bit of rejection, because you almost could have something that could be a really big break, but it's really close that you can't make it happen. But I think at the same time, rejection, I believe in fate, and I believe everything happens for a reason. So even though it's hard to take in the short term, you look back and think, wow, I understand now why that didn't happen at that moment, because that led on to this, this and this. I was reading about the guy who plays Callum from Coronation Street. Mm-hmm. I think he's a brilliant actor. But he said that he had many, many auditions for different shows. I think he even said that he auditioned for Hollyoaks once, and he didn't get the part, and he was thinking, this is going to be it. He didn't get it, and then the next time, Coronation Street come along, and he's had a year in that. So he was being disappointed about Hollyoaks, but a couple of months later, absolutely delighted about Coronation Street. So I believe it happens for a reason. And also, if you can't take rejection, you must not be an actor. Yes, I think as many of the cast will back me up on this, rejection is a big, big part. But also at the same time, sometimes it's not always a personal rejection. It might just be your look or your skills and not what they need for that role in particular. Yeah, you could be the best actor in the world, but you don't fit the bill of what the director's got in his mind. Absolutely. And going back to talking about Al Pacino, I was watching a documentary on him where he said he got the part of Michael Corleone, then the producers changed their mind and he had to re-audition for the role that he's already got. So it just shows you, how it can almost happen on his level. Never mind, actors on my level. You say that. Madonna had to audition for Evita. Wow. It doesn't matter who you are. It really is. It's all part of the business. So it's not just a skill as acting. It's everything that goes with it. Absolutely. Philip Shaun McGuinness, you're a nice man to talk to. Keep in touch with The Godfather. We want to know when it's going to come out. Have a great time at the St Helens Theatre Royal in Alehouse, and give my love to all the cast because they're all lovely people. I will do. Thank you very much.